僕はただいま歩き出したところ、至るまでの途上高層ビル見上げすぎて首が痛いな。見ず知らずの他人同士だからあなたと関わり合いたい。毎晩取る食事のようにただただ変わることなく続くと思ってた。ぐるぐる張られる口にがめてブタブルフレーズ飛ばす癖。僕はいつでも本当しか言えないしとてもエゴイスティック知ってんだろう。終わりには早すぎるから荷物まとめてここで血を通ってる。泣いても帰られないとしてもそれでも変えたいと願うのは巨大さをこぼさ今を笑って果てしちゃうこんな僕は誰より誠実な味方はいつも過去の自分と知ってるからこのリフトバル前に浮かす怖いことなどない。また実らすため花より落ちて裏返るあの日の約束を果たそうと太陽タバコの煙に巻かれた君のきらめすら蹴り上げる。何度罵られたって君の言葉のかけらには満たないガソリンをまけさえまっすぐに炎にまたがっていけよ。返せないとこまで来たみたい。諸行無常愛すべき東京した昨日としそうし乱雑無償で会いたい表情疲れしたい予想通りのさたった一石ない命でできること守れるものあといくつあるんだろう。泣いても帰られないとしてもそれでも変えたいと願うなら何が配る何か配る手を下すのはいつも誰でも前に逃げられない今ここにいる自分と知ってるからこのビクとバル前に繋いで急行の伝統で丸の内ろってなんて身勝手な生活君だってそうでしょ。手放してハッピーエンドなね使ってもなりきれない理想不安定な明日を見越してとりあえず今日キステしのゴー先天性のズレおよそ 1.3 億行き着いた劣等感ボトが抱きしめて
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to day number 2 of the round of 32 of Suiji Spring Cup 2020. I am this one guy back once again, bringing you all the action today as we've got a big slate of matches going on in our first real day of play. We're going to be starting off today with Manchester United versus Cloud OD9. Two of the best team names in this entire tournament. That is one of our two 14 UTC matches, alongside European State of Asia versus Escargot. At 15 UTC, we will have two matches as well, with joining in probably one of them in progress after this one ends. It'll be either Edward Join Now versus Pocket de Gala, or Sport Club Fan Club versus Stan K-Pop Uwu. 16 UTC will bring us SKTT1 versus Chaos Fantasy, and then two matches again at 18 UTC thereafter, with either Metal Frog versus Room 365 or Ketamine Racing versus Squirrel Pants. So there are a lot of matches today in our first round. This is our first real day of play. We're going to get to see a lot of teams, and we'll get to make quite a few snap judgments of how good they are based on one match's play on an early round pool, because that's what we're here for, right? So on your screen right now, as we said, our first match, Manchester United, Cloud OD9. These are two teams with quite a few solid tournament players spread through them. On the left-hand side, Manchester United, well, starting out, the player that needs no introduction is Bubbleman as their number 1 seed, the number 1 ranked player, BWS, with his 26 badges. He does it all, and he's probably not even going to have to play today, as scary as that is. This other A seed is Machine from Australia, ranks, at the time of this sign-ups ending, rank 69 BWS. I think he might be higher by now. He's been farming a bit. Dude is pretty good at the Osu video game. His B seed pair, currently in the lobby, Jordan LR7, another Australian player. He will be joined by Canada's Alden, of course, a pretty known tournament player in his own right with 5 badges to his name. Manchester United C seeds are Spev, the American player, and Nanawo, aka Rylan, aka Zelda _ Flask, aka I don't even know how many other names, but he's got a bunch from Canada. And their D seeds, perhaps the least known in tournaments on this team, are Willie from the US, and I think it's Slimex3, German player. We had to ask about how to pronounce his name during the Team Draws stream, because nobody knows how it's actually supposed to be pronounced. So, you know, that, I think, says pretty much all you need to know. On the other side, taking inspiration from the throwback team Cloud OD9 from a few years back, they are the 23rd seed going up against the 10th seed Manchester United here by BWS rank. Starting off with one of the more interesting A seed pairs we've seen, they have the now legendary Karuna from South Korea, who has risen to prominence, I think, in the tournament scene over the past year and a half or so. Really has shown off incredible skill in many tournaments, including OWC, where he was almost not on the team before becoming a key member in their run to the grand finals. Of course, where they did end up losing quite badly to the United States, but I think second place in OWC 2019 was a victory for anyone. I think that was about all anyone could really hope for. He'll be paired with Nalian, as you can see. the Israeli rank 1, which still feels a little weird to say. I feel like Zilver was Israel rank 1 for a really long time. But now you know him for his personality, I think, more than his tournament performance. So we'll see if he can show up on the big stage here today. We have another Canadian-American pair. This time it's the B seeds for Cloud OD9, Explosion Boom and Trev Rasher. Again, two pretty well-known figures in the tournament scene. Explosion Boom has been around, and of course Trev Rasher, a member of Canada OWC 2019, and a member of the recent winning team of Hippo Cup 3 on Team Konya's big team. A lot of experience in tournaments between those two. As well as their C seeds with Orange Banana and Camu. Camu I think we're a little less familiar with, but Orange Banana, of course, Dutch player, plays tournaments all the time, I feel like. And their D seeds, one of the D seed names that I think people were floating around a lot as one of those dark horses that you really want to get on your team as a D seed is Artisan, the Singapore player, who again, you know, is one of those that's kind of shown up over recent months and has proven himself a very strong player. And he'll be joined with the man, the myth, the legend, Bobby Shmurda. Free him himself. He has been freed. He is in fact playing in this match, in this map, in this warm-up right now. So we do have a pretty, I think, a stronger D-seed pair on the side of Cloud OD9, arguably, than on the side of Manchester United. And we'll see if that ends up making a difference, because I do think Manchester United is a little bit stronger at their top seed. But in an early round, I feel that most of the top seeds will be more than capable of playing any map in the pool competently. So it's a little bit less important now, because their relative strength is more similar than it will be on later round pools once they scale up in difficulty to where the A seeds performance is really going to become important. So I think we've got a hopefully pretty good matchup on our hands. You know, yesterday we did get to see a very good match between Team Merrick Marucha and Team Australia. Very back and forth affair between those two teams. And hopefully we'll get to see some more good matchups today, starting with this one. As I said, we do have European State of Asia versus Escargot going on simultaneously. I will have the MP link for that one so I can try to keep folks updated on what's going on in that match as it's going on. European State of Asia is our overall #1 seed, but I feel the names in that match are not nearly so exciting as in this one. I think this match features some more high-profile players that we're going to want to keep an eye on. It's a thing that happens in Suiji. You know, people getting on the top-seeded team by BWS is not nearly as meaningful as in some tournaments, because often you get players who are less tournament experienced or just higher ranked in Bancho. So they get a high BWS ranking without even having any badges. And they end up making a top team like that one, that where the relative strength is maybe not quite so high. You know, they don't have anyone really astonishing at any of their seeds other than maybe Koba as their 1 seed, who's been playing incredibly well lately. But quite a few of the other members of that roster, much less known tournament players. That being said, Team Escargot, it's kind of in a similar place. We've got a few really well-known tournament players and a few not so well-known tournament players, so they're kind of on the same boat there. We have, of course, just seen our first warm-up. Let's take a look here in chat real quick, because I did not catch the roll. It was, oh wow, Jordan LR7 rolling a 37, nice. Meanwhile, Trev Rasher rolled a 7. So it's going to be first warm-up, first ban, and second pick going to Team Manchester United here in this one. So the second warm-up should be coming out from Cloud OD9, which appears to be Flashes Extended, NA's Insane. This is actually just a DT map, right? Ask Mighty Doc about that one. Actually, I think this is a pretty nice map. Good warm-up. It's not... they might actually be playing a DT, I don't know. Willie saying 9.3 DT. So we'll find out shortly as they get underway. Of course, as a reminder, the warm-ups do not require one of each seed per team, but once we get into the actual match, Every map will require both teams to have one player from each, so one A seed, B seed, C seed, and D seed to be present for every map before they may begin. You don't want to see a team have to forfeit because they're missing seeds, but unfortunately it has happened in the past, and there is concern of it potentially happening later on today as well. So we'll see. We're going to keep an eye on a developing situation involving a potential reschedule that I don't believe ended up going through due to how late it was requested. I'm not going to name any names until that actually gets finalized. Don't want to call anybody out because there is still a chance that that could be salvaged. But at this point in time, whether or not that particular match will be played is still in question. It is one of our 15 UTC matches, so you can figure out, you know, at least one of those 4 teams. But other than that, we get to find out what happens as we go through our broadcast here. It looks like players are in the lobby, so we'll be getting underway hopefully with our second warm-up here shortly. As we listen to the soothing sounds of Dalside. And we'll take, I'm going to in fact grab the MP link for the second match that is ongoing currently. And we're going to add a little MP2 command. Sorry for the typing sounds. And that is going to be the second MP link for the match that is going on at the same time but is not on stream. So folks can keep an eye on that matchup if they would like. That match is, of course, also in its warm-up phase. It is still early going in that particular matchup. And we are seeing some double time gaming. Looks like DT free mod in this one. We've got some hidden double time. We've got some DT easy coming out from Willie. So we'll see if anybody can play this. I don't know. This is pretty difficult unless your name is Mighty Doc. Maybe if your name is Arison or Marami or Ryuke. It's a pretty short list of people who I think can play this all that confidently. But still a good song, so no complaints. Machine typing out Z, or writing out ZZZ, clearly not pleased with this one. If it makes anyone feel any better, the other match, well, I think they might have skipped the warm-up. I was gonna say the other match is playing Kuchizuke Diamond, but that's actually in the map pool, so they might have just skipped the warm-up. And I'm going to make sure I have my map pool sheet up because I just realized I don't. Fix that. Okay. A little bit of lag here. This hasn't been going on, so hopefully it's just Bancho being a little silly. And we'll get into the second half of the map with the second drop. As you can see, nobody except for, well, Jordan$7 almost made his way entirely through that. That would have been pretty cool. Trev Rasher on a 600 combo. Alright, Trev Rasher. You go, Trev Rasher. And apparently the map's already over because Jordan$7 just, like, failed out. So, I guess it's just over. That's cool. Alright. Nice. Oh, it was a team fail. Okay. That sucks for Trev. He had such a cool combo and it got team failed. That's really sad. Everybody, can we get an F in the chat for Trev Rasher's 600 combo, please? He had a 665 combo and Manchester United team failed. That's actually tragic. I'm so sorry. He had a 665 combo with one miss. Oh no. I'm sorry, Trev. It's not your fault. You'll get him next time. So that will allow us to move on through our warm-ups into our ban phase. The first ban to come out from Manchester United, as they did, as we mentioned, win the role. Unfortunately, with this being so early on, I don't have a great sense of the likely potential bans that'll be coming out. It's kind of hard to say, especially in a tournament like this, what teams will end up banning and picking when you don't really know what they feel that they're strong on or comfortable. You know, yesterday in the match, we saw Nomad 1, Nomad 5 banned, we saw the Air8 hidden banned, we saw the older DT banned. So, yeah, maybe another Air8 hidden ban, hard to say. That's kind of a thing that happens a lot with when you have, I discussed this yesterday on stream, but when you have kind of randomly selected teams, it's harder to end up being perfectly well-rounded. So things like Air8 hidden can often become a little bit more difficult. You know, normally you'd put together a roster and maybe you'd make sure that you have somebody on it who's comfortable, especially with an 8-man roster. You know, make sure you have people who are comfortable with the kind of gimmick maps, whether it's Air8 hidden or Air 10.3 DTs or CS 6.5 hard rocks. Kind of those archetypal tournament gimmick picks. Whereas in this setting, you kind of can't do that. You have to take what you're given and work with it as best you can. And that is where the ban phase can come into play. We do see Nomad 5 banned, so that was banned yesterday, banned here as well. Cloud OD9 going to choose to ban Hidden 1, so that is our Yorushika hidden map. That's the high density Air 9. Fairly aim consistency, but the note density is relatively tough on that, so if you're not super comfortable with Air 9 hidden on Delis style maps, that can be one that can trip you up. We did see Australia picking that as their last map yesterday and winning with it, but no such triumph will come from this particular matchup as it is banned out. Manchester United is their second ban, gonna get rid of Japari Park. That's very sad. I want to see somebody play Japari Park, man. Like, how many times did we tell one of the teams to pick Japari Park yesterday? It never happened, and now it's gonna be banned out in this match, so we won't get to see it. There's 0% chance of it being seen here. And only the last ban now remaining from Cloud OD9. We'll see if they double ban Hidden, or if it was just that particular style of map that they wanted to get rid of. Was it aim that they wanted to get rid of? Was it reading density that they wanted to get rid of? We will find out potentially with their second ban. If they ban, you know, Nomad 1, they ban something like Fremod 3, which is not nearly so dense, but does still have that hidden aim component. If you choose to go hidden, you can go hard rock on that. It's viable for sure. We do see teams taking a fair amount of time on their picks and bans in this tournament, as well as getting their rosters set and readying up for each mat, because, you know, it's just kind of the nature of these randomly assigned teams where people are not necessarily always the best organized. And it is going to be another hidden ban. So that's going to be Sakura Sunrise. That is, of course, the Air8 hidden, banned out by Cloud OD9. So the double hidden ban leaving Tsumuji Kaze as the only hidden left available. We'll see if Manchester United jumps on that one early on, seeing that Cloud OD9 is evidently not a big fan of the hidden map pool. Meanwhile, though, Cloud OD9 will have the first pick, so maybe they pick Hard Rock. Wouldn't surprise me. But they've got a lot available here. You know, they do have, I think, players who are relatively comfortable with most other mods. So it shouldn't be too difficult to find something that they can select and feel comfortable on. And it's going to be DT. It's going to be double time number 2. Higan Kiko, Titanic of Stygian. The song name that's so cool, we have an entire team named after it. Shoutouts to, I want to say it was Matthew for that one. This is the 2015 Lily Bread map. 5.94 stars, just a minute 8 seconds. It is the shortest map in this pool. 233 BPM. And this is our Air 10.3, which is potentially a little bit surprising to see a 10.3 in the first round, but I think it's becoming a widespread enough skill set for especially tournament players that it is not an issue, I don't think, to have it in the first round of a tournament. I think this whole idea of, oh, you have to wait at least one round to put in the air at 10.3. You can't have a 10.3 in the first map pool. I feel like that's an opinion that a lot of people have for some reason, and I don't think it's necessarily a valid one. But everybody's saying GLHF in the chat, so it looks like we are good to go here. It's going to be Machine, it's going to be Jordan LR7, it's going to be Spev and Slimex coming out for Manchester United. And on the side of Cloud OD9, we have Nalian, Trev Rasher, Artisan, and Camus. Getting in for our first map of the day. We'll see how it goes here for Cloud OD9, their first pick. I think a very solid speed and DT roster. So this will be likely a very good pick for them. I could see them going to DT quite a bit in this match, as we do see the early break from Spev and a Jordan LR7 over on the Manchester United side. So already a bit of an advantage here to Cloud OD9. With this being so short, we're already almost halfway through, so it is a 150,000 point lead quickly. Apologize, I am a bit congested this morning. Hopefully that takes care of itself here. Slimex going to be the next to break for Manchester United. They are down to only Machine FCing. And the advantage just gets bigger and bigger for Cloud OD9 as they still have 4 FCs on the board. This one is going to be going their way pretty convincingly, as it is over a 400,000 point lead already. All players still FCing with pretty decent accuracy almost across the board. The only one struggling in that regard is Artisan, but it will not matter because they have already won the map. It's going to be over a 1 million point, looks like, total margin of victory, as Slimex found another break there towards the end. And that was a convincing first pick from Cloud OD9. It was only a minute long, but that is a 4-way FC on the first map of the match. To only 1 FC from Manchester United on Machine, Spev, and Jordan LR7 with the slider break S ranks, but unfortunately not much to be done against a team that 4-ways and has pretty reasonable accuracy as well. Trev Rasher leading the way in that with a 99.41. That is 3 100s. Camus with 5 100s to his name, doing pretty alright for himself. The only one with a perfect combo, in fact. Machine on the other side, 2 100s for Manchester United. Did have the best stack in the entire lobby, but did not have the teammates backing him up. And so that is a 1-0 quickly for Cloud OD9. That'll be the first pick now coming out from Manchester United as they look to respond in kind to that first pick. And it is going to be the Nomad 2 first pick from Manchester United. That is Adulorescence. So it means we're going to have 2 pretty short maps in a row. We're going to go from 1 minute and 8 seconds to 1 minute and 46 seconds. This is, of course, the 190 BPM 5.6 star stream pick in the pool. It is not overly tricky. There are a couple of slightly longer streams and a little awkward section of a single into triplet pattern that is then followed up by a single into kick slider jump pattern. It can trip you up. We saw, I think, 1 or 2 people breaking on that yesterday, but overall, not a huge difficulty level on this particular pick. This will be one that most people, as long as you're comfortable with 190 BPM, like you can play this map, which, I'm not, but I'm also not a very good OSU player, so I guess, at the end of the day, what difference does it even make? And we'll see what kind of player swaps we get in for this one as the side of Cloud OD9 looks to be making a few changes here. Is going to be Explosion Boom joining Cloud OD9 to replace Trev Rasher. Very solid stream player. No surprise seeing him coming in for this one. And Karuna is going to be replacing Nalian. And I believe that should get us all set here. Looks like Manchester United holding on to the exact same roster. Makes me wonder if they have any players not available today. I believe Bubbleman's around, but not sure about Alden, Rylan, or... Well, Slimex is in chat, so they do have him. So not sure about Alden or Rylan, their second B and CC, respectively. So the GLHFs coming out in chat means we are going to get underway here. Map number 2. Manchester United's first pick as they look to level it out at 1 point apiece here. Starts off easily enough, never really gets super hard, as we said. This map, not a hugely difficult no mod 2, but, you know, it introduces the concept of, hey, this is a stream map. That's really all you need. And everybody making it through the first stream without any trouble. That is 8 FCs still alive. I would wager that we will end up seeing quite a few FCs on this map by the time it's over. Don't know that I predict an 8-way necessarily because they're relatively rare in general, but definitely 6 or 7 FCs is not a surprise. Do still have 1 SS per team, Spev on Manchester United, Karuna on Cloud OD9, being ladder with a very small accuracy lead. A couple players under 99% for Manchester United and none under 99 for Cloud OD9 as Orange Banana gets back up over that mark. Orange Banana, however, as I say that, does find himself a break, so that'll be the lead going right over to Manchester United. There goes our 8-way. And here comes this slightly more difficult section with the burst finger control that's required. It does find a break out of Spev, and another break out of Spev, in fact. And nobody else, however. It is still 3 FCs to 3 here, so the lead's going to flicker. However, it is Willie breaking for Manchester United. Nobody missing again for Cloud OD9. They will take the lead back, and they will run with it as Willie and Spev both break once again. The Australians, Jordan LR7 and Machine, doing everything they can here for Manchester United, but it's going to be too late. This is going to be a break point for Cloud OD9, and they will, in fact, have, it looks like, only a 2-way FC as Artisan breaks in the last couple combo, but it was almost a 3-way for that team, just the 1 miss each from Orange Banana and Artisan. Machine and Jordan LR7 do manage the double FC for Manchester United, but those untimely breaks from Spev and Willie mean the demise of Manchester United, and that will be their first lost break point here. Cloud OD9 taking the 2-0 lead early on. Much like yesterday where we did see the one team winning the first 2 picks, Cloud OD9 with the held point and then a break point to follow it up. Give themselves an early position of power here behind some very good accuracy from Explosion Boom and Karuna, hitting only 5 100s between them. And that will be Cloud OD9 with the next pick here. They will be on the clock to try and take a 3-0 lead. Meanwhile, over in the other match, European State of Asia versus versus Escargot, we do see a couple maps have been played already. We have Kuchizuka Diamond won by Escargot pretty comfortably by about a 450k margin, followed up by Andorutse, the DT number 4, that was also won. So Escargot 2 DTs, 2 wins, and they are up 2-0 in that one. I guess the team on the right just goes up 2-0. It's what happens. Back over here, we have the DT number 3 pick from Cloud OD9. So they're going to stay in the DT pool. That's going to be Yamanobori Kibun as their second pick of this match. That is the older DT pick. Only back to 2011 with this one. Air 8 DT. 5.54 stars, 240 BPM. 2 minutes 11 seconds long. So this will be the longest of the 3 laps we'll have played, but still pretty short. And it looks like we're going to keep our rosters. We have Slimex coming in on the side of Manchester United for Willie. Orange Banana, Artisan, Explosion Boom, Karuna staying in for Cloud OD9. So Trev Rasher saying, I don't feel like playing AR8 DT today. Let's have Noah do it. And we are going to get underway here pretty quickly. Map number 3. See if Cloud OD9 can consolidate the break point, take that 3-0 advantage, which was it? I want to say not Australia. I believe Marek Marucha wasn't able to do yesterday. This one, it has that kind of old style feel to it. The linear patterns, slightly curved sliders, a little bit of finger control required. Nothing too incredibly difficult, but again, kind of introducing the concept. Might stumble over my words here a little bit. I haven't had any coffee this morning. I'm gonna blame that. No misses as of yet. Everybody making it through the first 300 combo here successfully, but that's where things will get a little bit more difficult when you see Slimex first break. So right as I say that, does not properly tap, I believe, one of those doubles off the end of that slider. That's okay, buddy. That's my biggest like failure in OSU is not being able to place like quads or doubles on the end of sliders. I hate people who map that. The finger control is so weird. We have to hold down the slider and then play the double. Yeah, no, it doesn't work for me. Slimex still the only break. 4-way FC for Cloud OD9, the other 3 for Manchester United, holding on just fine. We are going to get into the last third of the map here, and it is about a 140,000? Jordan$7 and Spev immediately breaking on a trickier finger control section, so that's going to open this up for Cloud OD9. They're going to be taking this one home, I think, pretty comfortably now. That just ended the map, basically. Explosion Boom does find the first break for Cloud OD9. It will not be a 4-way FC. But, you know, 3-way is still pretty good. And what matters at the end of the day is whether you win the map. Orange Banana and Karuna. That accuracy is pretty impressive. Spev, in fact, I believe just has a slider break. That's kind of sad. But we will be finishing up this map, and it was going to be the 3-0 lead going over to Cloud OD9 here shortly. Again, by a pretty comfortable margin. This looks like it'll be, again, around 1 million points, just under, about 900,000 and change. Just Spev ending up with the 1x100, 3x miss. Meanwhile, Karuna and Orange Banana matching accuracy, 4 100s apiece, 99.58, doing pretty all right for themselves, I would say. So that is Cloud OD9 now. With the 3-0 advantage, they do consolidate their break point. Put Manchester United in a pretty tough position here. Cloud OD9 already halfway to the target of 6 maps in this best of 11. Manchester United still looking to get on the board here with their second pick to come. Clearly, DT working out pretty well for Cloud OD9 as they win both of the DTs and the stream pick. And over in our second match, Team European State of Asia have gotten on the board. Sakura Sunrise was their pick, and they won pretty comfortably, 723,000 point margin of victory there. So that is now 2-1 in favor of Escargot. As we see Manchester United selecting hidden number 3, which is, of course, Suiji Kaze. Another short 1 minute 50 seconds. Big fan of this pool, very short maps. Characteristic of Digital Hypno's map pooling style, and I am here for it. Give me all of the 2-minute maps, please. It's my favorite. Makes things exciting, I think. So this one is 178 BPM, 5.57 stars, mapped by Meg. It's a good song, it's a cool map. We saw players performing quite well on it yesterday, so hopefully we'll see it again today. Not much in the way of roster changes here. We're going to see Machine, Jordan$7, Spev, and Willie for Manchester United. We're going to see Karuna, Kamu, Explosion Boom, Artisan for Cloud OD9. Looks like we'll be readied up and getting underway with map number 4. The second pick for Manchester United, and they will attempt to get on the board here once again. See how it goes for them. Do not want to fall behind 4-0. That is a pretty bad spot to be in, especially when it is the opponent's pick up 4-0. Not a fun spot to be in, so hopefully Manchester United can pull it together a little bit here. Get things sorted out. No misses, it looks like, in the intro here. Everybody making it through comfortably. A lot of SSs still out there. 3 of them on Manchester United, 2 of them on Cloud OD9. Still no breaks here, making it comfortably through the little spaced quint stream. A little bit of accuracy drop on that fair control from Artisan. The lead's going to shift over to Manchester United, and with Camus breaking, that means the lead's going to go even more heavily over to the left-hand side of the screen here. Still a 4-way FC for Manchester United as Camus breaks once again. It is still 3 FCs for Cloud OD9. They're definitely within striking distance, but Manchester United is going to pull away a bit here. A couple 100,000 point lead just on that one player breaking a couple times. Very detrimental, of course, to break in the middle of a map. And Camus continuing to struggle quite a bit here. Explosion Boom breaking again, as does Willie, so that's just going to be a trade of breaks. And with us coming to the last quarter of the map, wait, don't talk so soon. Spev finds a break as well. Machine, Jordan LR7 still FCing. No, Jordan LR7's gone. It is still Karuna and Artisan FCing for Cloud OD9. Is there enough time for them to bring this one back with all of these breaks coming out from Manchester United? They only have Machine still FCing, but I don't think there's going to be quite enough time left. It's going to end up being relatively close here at the end, but I don't know that Karuna and Artisan are going to be able to quite do it, unfortunately. That lead was just too big, and it is still about 130,000 point victory for Manchester United to get them on the board in this match, bolstered by the FC from Machine with very solid 99.57% accuracy. Artisan and Karuna with just a 1x100, in fact, both FCing, but the struggles from Camus meant that Cloud OD9 were not, in fact, poised to make a comeback, and Manchester United were able to hold on to their lead despite their struggles in the last third of the map to take a point and get on the board here. 3-1 now the score for Cloud OD9 in the lead. They do still have... Still have, I believe, Kuchizuki Diamond available if they want to stick in the DT pool. Maybe they'll be switching it up to a different mod pool for Cloud OD9's next pick. There's both DTs remaining. So you do have Kuchizuki Diamond as well as Underrutse if they want to keep picking DTs until that pool is exhausted. They are more than capable. Looks like Cloud OD9 going to take their time on this one. They've got plenty of options, as we said. There's a lot of pool. I mean, there's most of the no mod pool, the entire Hard Rock pool, the entire 2 of the 3 free mods. So the only pool, you know, as we said, obviously the hidden pool exhausted now with Hidden 1 and 2 both banned and Hidden 3 now picked. And it's going to be Hard Rock 2, so we're going to see Super Samurai. Our first Hard Rock pick of this match will be the CS 6.5. Super Samurai coming to NYC. Like, this is just like a sour please, dude. This is a sour please. And it looks like it's going to be Nalian coming in, which is interesting. I don't know that I expected him to play maps like this, but, you know, he is more than welcome to prove me wrong. Looks like we should be good to go here as we see some GLHFs coming out in chat, so I believe we'll be getting underway here It's going to be Machine, Jordan LR7, Spev, Willie staying in for Manchester United. Nelly, Explosion Boom, Orange Banana, and Bob Schmerdos. We do have the dynamic Dutch duo, the Triple D, for Cloud OD9, all on the Hard Rock pick. Another short one, just a minute 35 seconds. Kind of weird length balance in this pool. There's minute 45, minute 35, and then 4 minutes 26 seconds for the third Hard Rock. And, you know, most of the difficulty from this one coming from the fact that it is circle size 6.5, so you can see those little tiny circles on your screen. Some may say Osu for ants, but it is a, I think, core skill set for tournaments, is the small circle Hard Rock. Ensure players have that precision aim on lockdown. We see Spev with the early break here, although it's not so early since the map is so short, already a third of the way in. 4FC is still on the board for Cloud OD9. We'll see how long they can maintain those and run away with this lead if they do. It's going to be Willie as the next to break for Manchester United. That's only going to improve the cause of Cloud OD9 here. 4FC is still attacked now against only 2. Machine and Jordan LR7, that Australian duo continuing to put in work for Manchester United. That's kind of ironic, I guess. But unfortunately, not quite getting the backup they need on the other side. Well, those 4FCs are meaning that Cloud OD9 is going to take a pretty big lead, and they will more than likely be victorious on this pick. Nalian does finally find the first break for Cloud OD9 on the map, but Bob Schmerto, Explosion Boom, both FCing as Orange Banana finds a break near the end. But it's going to be a comfy, almost 600,000, if not more. Yep, just under 600,000 point victory here for Cloud OD9. Looking very strong on all their own picks. They have clearly got a good sense of what their strong points are, as they have been successful with now all 3 of their own map picks by pretty convincing margins. With the 3-way or 2-way FC, 1 slider break from Nalian and 1 miss from Orange Banana. Meanwhile, as we've been saying, Machine and Jordan LR7 both FCing for Manchester United, but just not getting the backup they need from Willie and Spev on that one, with several breaks from Willie not able to accomplish over a 300 combo. Spev with just a slider break, but his accuracy leaving a little bit to be desired. That being said, Jordan LR7, not the best accuracy either, so these things kind of just happen on old maps like this. Mostly about the fact that Cloud OD9 had 2 FCs and 2 very near FCs on that one. So it's a 4-1 advantage now, 2 points away from claiming victory are Cloud OD9, but the next pick is to come from Manchester United, so maybe they can get another point on the board here. They did, of course, win their last pick. We'll like to see them win 2 in a row. And over in European State of Asia versus Escargot, we have seen Escargot victorious on Yamanobori Kibun from the DT pool and Suiji Kaze from the hidden pool. So that is now a 4-1 lead, matching the score over here. Reminder again, you can always hit MP2 as the command if you'd like to see the MP for that second match that's not currently on stream. On the stream, though, we are going to get Zetai Zetsume, the alt pick from the Nomad pool, coming out of Team Manchester United. It is 2 minutes 23 seconds long, 5.41 stars. Not like that really means a whole lot on an alt map. It is decently tricky. I think, you know, the difference between this diff and the top diff is pretty vast, but it is not easy necessarily. You know, some people are going to probably single tap it, and some people probably are going to like 1x100 it and make me look silly for saying that it's not easy. But, you know, there's a big skill gap between the top A seeds and the bottom D seeds, so somewhere in there fall the people who aren't very good at playing alt but have to anyway because they're on a random team. We are seeing the GLHFs coming out in chat, so it looks like we're going to get underway with this one. Manchester United still sticking with the same roster, which is interesting to me, but I can only assume that they don't have Nanawo, and maybe Slimex didn't feel super comfortable with this pool. Cloud OD9 bringing Karuna in for this one. Bob Schwartz, Explosion Boom, and Orange Banana, their other 3. Artisan and Kamu not playing a whole bunch, nor is Trev Rasher, but if you don't need them, you know, it's fine. Jordan LR7 finding the unfortunate early break. As you can see on the screen, he is in fact single tapping this, as is Machine. So both the Australians. Nope, I lied. Machine is not single tapping this. Jordan LR7 is, however. I believe the only one, in fact, single tapping this. We do see a break from Machine as well as from Orange Mana. Those are going to trade, but Jordan LR7 with the earlier break, meaning that Cloud OD9 has the lead with those FCs still intact from Karuna, Bob Shmurda, and Explosion Boom. So Spev and Willie this time are going to have to make up ground. Kind of an unusual position here with Machine and LR7 being the ones to have broken instead of being the ones still FCing. It's not a huge lead. Only about 80k for Cloud OD9, but they do still have the advantage with the 3 FCs to 2. We'll see if they can all make it through this Ki comfortably. Karuna still holding on to his SS. I kind of made that call. It's just a little bit reverse. Jordan LR7 is going to find another break. That is not good timing for Manchester United, as there is 1/3 of the map to go only. Yet to see a break from Cloud OD9, other than the early break from Orange Banana. So the 3 FCs are doing work. It is 2 FCs and a matching combo from Machine, but unfortunately that third combo is lacking. Manchester United not going to have much of a chance at a comeback here unless Cloud OD9 completely falls apart. And with only a quarter of the map to go and a 300k point lead, I would say the likelihood of that is relatively slim as Jordan LR7 finds another break. This map just not working out for him, unfortunately. Karuna, Bob Shmurda, and Explosion Boom all with the FCs still intact. And that is going to be another break point here for Cloud OD9. It is going to be a 5-1 lead in short order here. And that is going to be Cloud OD9 now with several match points in their pocket as they look to move on to the next round comfortably in their first match. Did see the double FC ending up from Manchester United on the part of Willie and Spev. 4-way S rank for Cloud OD9, 3 FCs on Karuna, Bob Shmurda, and on Explosion Boom, Orange Banana, just with the slider break earlier on. And unfortunately, it really came down there to Jordan LR7 just struggling on that one. Maybe the single tap not quite working out for him. And meanwhile, Escargot victorious on Super Samurai. So it's they both just played that. That's funny. That is a 5-1 lead over there too. So looks like our first match of the day are going to be moving through pretty quickly. These are 2 matches that, you know, one of them I thought was kind of a mismatch on paper, and it turns out I'm going to be pretty correct about that one, with Escargot kind of blowing out EU State of Asia despite them being the #1 seed by BWS rank. This one I thought would be a little closer, to be honest. But Cloud OD9 just outperforming Manchester United thus far. They still have another map to go, of course, in both of these, and comebacks are always possible, even from the brink. But looking at the matches so far, it doesn't look like that's all that likely. Almost a 1,000,000-point victory for Escargot over EU State of Asia and Super Samurai, so kind of tells you what you need to know there. So we could be seeing the last pick of this match from Cloud OD9 here. They still have DTs available if they want, or they could go back to Hard Rock if they want to do that. I kind of just want a short map. That's basically what I would like here. So we'll be able to get into our 15 UTC matches without any disruption, which would be cool. And it is going to be free mod 2. That is, of course, Gypsytronic. We have Trev Rasher coming in. Will he run Hard Rock? I'm not sure what to expect for a roster here. I would kind of have expected Karuna to be in for this one on Cloud OD9, but I don't know. This is pretty tricky. It's kind of another alt map. Requires a little bit more aim than did Zettai Zetsume, but it's another kind of tricky little map. There's places you can break pretty easily. Some of those awkward aim-based alt sections, not the most fun. And of course, with it being a free mod, that does mean 2 players per team need a mod. Hidden Hard Rock, Easy, and Flashlight all allowed here. Easy, of course, being multiplied by 1.5. So not a huge bonus from Easy. The maximum score you can get there, 750k. Don't know if this is really an easy pick unless maybe Artisan, like, I guess. But most likely, maybe a Hard Rock or 2, maybe a Hidden or 2. I don't think over modding is super likely on this unless you've got somebody who really likes Hidden Hard Rock. And I tell a lie. Cloud OD9 over modding to hell and back. All 4 players running mods, in fact. Nalian, Orange Bandit, Trev Rasher on Hard Rock, Artisan on Hidden. On the other side, Manchester United running a minimum mods here on their Australian players. Once again, looking to carry the team. Jordan LR7 Hard Rock, Machine Hidden, with Spev and Willie on the no mod duty here. Early break coming in from Willie. Accuracy advantage on the side of Manchester United, though kind of all the Hard Rock players having a little trouble with their accuracy. Jordan LR7 down at 90%, Trev Rasher down at 86. Wait, 94? He was at like 80 something, I don't know. Orange Bandit finding a break as well as Machine. Gonna stay pretty close for now. You have Artisan, Nalian, and Trev Rasher holding on to the FCs for Cloud OD9. Against Spev and Jordan LR7 holding the FCs for Manchester United. Not anymore, as Spev does find a break. That is no mod miss. You hate to see it, as Willie breaks as well. This is tough times here for Manchester United. Meanwhile, Cloud OD9, still the 2 FCs on Nalian and Trev Rasher. Orange Man and Artisan having a little bit of trouble, but not a lot of combo going on the side of Manchester United. Just Jordan LR7 still with an FC on that side. Machine with the 300 plus combo, but it's going to be rough to compete against the double FC. Now, that being said, not a lot of combo backing up Nalian and Trev Rasher, so there is the opening there for Manchester United if something were to happen on the Cloud OD9 side. Nalian and Trev Rasher putting on a show here with the Hard Rock picks, both keeping their FCs going. And we'll come into the last quarter of the map. It is still a small lead, only a couple 100,000 points. It's not a runaway as of yet, but it's quickly reaching that point of no return here for Manchester United. They're keeping their combos up, their combos are growing, but the problem is so are those of Cloud OD9. Willie and Spev both break on that awkward aim pattern. Machine breaks as well, that's it. It is over for Manchester United. Cloud OD9 with the double FC on Nalian and on Trev Rasher are going to bring it on home. 6-1, the final score for them. Cloud OD9 winning, moving on in the winners bracket.